Hello everybody. Hi, I am Dinunsi and welcome at an early look at Nova Drift. So this series is basically where we look at games for the first 20 or so minutes and we give out our first impressions. However, this game I wasn't able to do a first impressions because I was not able to restrain myself when I played the initial part, so I accidentally played around 5 hours of the game. So it isn't quite a first impressions because I have a bit of experience with it, but we will show you the ins and outs of the game and what are my thoughts are in the first 20 minutes. So Nova Drift. Okay, what is it exactly? So basically, Nova Drift is a roguelite space shooter game. So it is somewhat similar to those old arcade games like Galaga and Space Invaders and Asteroid. Oh yeah, those games, yes. But mixed in with the modern roguelite elements wherein you get upgrades and then you what you call this you get upgrades and you level up and you have some unlocks which are retained throughout the separate runs. So instead of like the Galaga and Space Invaders starting out from zero, you at least have some of your unlocks ready and waiting whenever you die and start a new game. So let us begin with the 20 minutes. I will just get down this timer. Hold on. And go. Okay, so Nova Drift. When you log in, we are greeted by this awesome early access message from Chimeric, the developers of this game, and Jeffrey Nielsen. So, full disclosure, Chimeric provided me a game key from Keymailer, and he gave this key to me so I can create some content with it and hopefully get people to get more exposure to this wonderful little gem of a game. So anyway, it is in early access. It has been in early access since March, and they are constantly updating this game. So they actually have a roadmap, which is quite nice. So they already have a lot of plans. Oh, where did that go? Huh. Anyway, I don't know where that went, but let's trudge on. So taking a look at the settings menu, we have a few options here, such as we can either use the WASD control scheme, or we can use the mouse or the keyboard. I'm not sure. I think the keyboard lets us toggle between the controls, or my preference, I prefer using a controller for this game because it feels easier to control, if that makes sense. But anyway, and there are different options here. We only have options for the gameplay. We don't have anything for the graphics as far as I can tell. So nothing like resolution or disabling effects is available. So that's probably something that can be put in down the line. But I guess the game is simple enough that it doesn't need it. I'll let you. I'll show it to you so you see what I mean. Anyway, the thing about this is it doesn't have a tutorial. So what happens here is there is just a menu with the info dump here about how you can upgrade your ship, what gear you can get for mods, and then some tips basically for the game. But I guess let's not jump into that. Let's just start with the actual gameplay. So without further ado, let's start the game. So here in the start menu, we have a lot of options here. So these are some things I've unlocked. So these are called challenge modes. So they increase the difficulty. It somewhat tailors the experience to what you want. So like, for example, you can enable this thing called the danger zone, which means that the enemy waves come out faster, and then there are more enemies and they are more frequent. We also have the elite enemy, where their elite versions of enemies will spawn randomly and more often. So you can have any of these challenge modes activated when you play, or none of them at all. The thing is that the more modes you have, the higher your score and the better your experience gained. So since this is a score-based game, actually, I can't go back, but this is a score-based game. They track your scores, and I guess that's the thing that we want to improve on, the scores. I don't think there are leaderboards just yet. I might be wrong, but I think that should be important to have later on. But for now, let's just go with the default one. Let's go for endless. So this is the default mode. So after the final battle, the game continues until you are destroyed. Okay, so let's just start with that. Then, okay. So here we go. We are spawning as a ship. So yeah, so as a controller, I use the left thumbstick to move around, and then it isn't a twin stick shooter. So like, it isn't right stick to move around and left stick to aim. No. It's left stick to aim, but to be able to move, I have to press the left trigger. See? So it takes a bit of getting used to, because you would assume a game like this was twin stick shooter, but it isn't. So it took me a while to get used to it, but once I did, it grew on me. Though I must admit, sometimes it can get really frantic, so it's quite difficult. Anyway, see, we leveled up over there. See, so we press Y, and then we have we can upgrade our stuff. So the ships here in Nova Drift have three major parts. So that's the weapons, the body, and the shield. So the weapons, of course, that's self-explanatory. They are the things that you actually fire with on the ship. Of course, they deal damage. So we have a choice of 3 always for all of these basic parts, and then later on we get to have additional mods. Anyway, we will be able to upgrade, choose one gear. So we can either choose one now, or we can re-roll if we don't like these choices. So for example, I don't like the grenade, the vortex, or flak. Then we can press the B button to re-roll, and we will get another chance of having a different set of gears. So now we have torrent, and actually just torrent is different, but we still have the same. Let me look for the basic one. Okay, here's split shot. So this is the most basic thing. So instead of a focused stream of bullets, now we have it in a small fan. See? So that's wherein the complexity and the drive of the game lies, in the customization. Because later on, you will be able to make some crazy number of amounts of customization because of how many mods there are. Oh, we have another upgrade. So the second upgrade will always be your body. So the kind of hull the ship will have. So each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses, just like the weapons and the shields. So like, we have the Sentinel. It increases our shields, but it makes us weaker in terms of direct damage. You have the Hull Breaker. It's also one of those crazy builds that you can go through, that you can crash into other ships. And then we have the Battery. So this one's kind of unique because it changes the way you aim. I'll show that to you in a second run probably. Let's just look for the Assault one. It's not coming out. Oh, here we go. So the Assault one's the offensive one. So it just basically increases a lot of our rate of fire, as well as the velocity of the bullets coming out. Anyway, let's choose that one for now. So if you notice, we attack a lot faster now. And we will work towards our third upgrade, which will be the shield. And then from then on, I'll be able to show you more and more mods. Okay, level up. So we have some shields that just get the reflect damage shield for now. It's basically just reflects damage. It's self-explanatory. But we leveled up again. Now, since we already got our 3 main gears, the weapon, the shield, and the body, each level up will give us choose a choice of mod. So the mods can affect any of those 3 pieces of gear, or they are some different kinds of skills. So like now we have a lot. So we have what's this? 7 choices to customize our stuff. So here we can make our ship have even more projectiles by increasing the volley. However, we see that there are some downsides to it. And then we can increase the magnitude, which makes the weapon shots bigger and the damage more, and then increases our blast ranges and stuff like that. Let's just go with that. So now, see, our bullets are a lot thicker, so that means they can hit more, and they move faster. Oh, I wasn't able to hit that. Anyway, okay. So mods have their own they have their own somewhat skill tree. Let's shoot this down. Go away. Oh no, oh no. Oh, okay, let's not get there. Crashing into us is bad. Oh, okay. See, it is, even though I've been playing this a lot, it's still kind of frantic to use these controls because they're kind of unique. I mean, I haven't really played a game like this. I'm super used to twin stick shooters, not this kind of control scheme. But it is fun. It just really takes a bit of getting used to. Okay, we have another level up. So now we have this splinter. So if you noticed earlier, we got magnitude, which increases the size, the damage, and the blast radius. But unlocking magnitude gives us the chance, it's not guaranteed, to get 2 other mods. So that's payload, which just is a flat out damage increase, or splinter, which makes the primary projectile splinter into smaller one. So you can get that one. So if you notice now, every time I hit an enemy, it creates an additional projectile, and it bounces off everything. See how crazy that can become. That's the drive of this game. Get the craziest mods to think of the most wacky or most effective way to build your character. So I think let's add the volley to this, right? So it's even more projectiles. Like all projectiles. See, look at that. Look at that. Look at all of those. Look at all those shots covering the screen. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Yeah. I would have been disappointed if I didn't get that one, because considering all of the bullets flying everywhere. Look at that. Okay, we leveled up again. We can get velocity to make the shots move even faster. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's go with that one, or rapid fire too. Yeah, okay. So velocity is basically the speed of the projectile. So some weapons, the faster the projectile, the more damage they do. So we can do that. And the range. So the range increases with higher velocity. Okay. So I will just focus on killing some of these, and then I won't give you much choices. Oh, here's a boss character. So, whoa. So, here is his stuff. Try to avoid them as best we can. Okay, whoa. Okay. So if you notice, when I go to the sides of the screen, I appear on the other part. No, on the opposite side, rather. That's how the game was built. Whoa. Okay. More upgrades. Focus fire. Yeah, I think decrease the weapon spread. That sounds good. So even though we're having a fan of like super bullets, at least they're all focused in one area rather than flying around everywhere, right? Right, guys. Anyway. Okay, got a boost. That increases our attack speed. And yeah. I don't see any enemies. Where are the enemies? Aha, there you go. Just love that. Look at that. Look at all those bullets flying up everywhere. And we can even double them even more. So look at that. Yeah. That's how crazy this game can become. Look, it's so visually entertaining because of all of those explosions and stuff, and all of those projectiles flying. The problem with that is like while it looks really beautiful and really pretty, it does get a bit busy, so it's kind of hard to see what's happening. Like for example, that one. Like here, right here. Look, you can't see the enemies at all, so you don't know when they're charging at. Oh yeah, we do actually. Oh, Almost died there. Yeah, but it's kind of difficult to see what's happening on the screen when it does get really busy. Let's try to get to the boss part. Oh, there's a comet. We don't want to get hit by a comet. Being hit by comets is bad. Oh, ow! Yeah, I hate these. Oh, let's get out of there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on. Don't. No bitey. Nope. There we go. Okay. What can we upgrade? Singular strike. Sure. So our projectiles are going everywhere, so they're not focused at all anymore. So I guess it's going. If we have a single target, we have to get up close and personal. I guess for the bigger areas, we need to go. I mean, for words. For when we have a lot of enemies on the screen, it's fine to be up far. But for those single targets, you have to get up close, so that the projectiles focus on one thing. Anyway, incendiary strike. Oh, deals fire damage. Sure. I mean, only good can come from that, right? Fire damage. Okay. Those. Oh, ow. Those are mines. Mines are bad. So yeah, basically this is the entire gameplay loop. So it's shoot down enemies, don't get hurt, don't get hit, get as high a score as possible, and have fun with upgrades. I don't think it gets any more complicated than that, at least from what I've been able to do. I've only been able to successfully defeat the first boss consistently. I haven't been able to defeat the second one at all, I think. I'm still practicing the game. I'm having a lot of fun though. It's one of those games that you can lose yourself for a few hours. Oh, don't crash into me. Burn. Oh, that's a lot of projectiles. So I went to the left side. I escaped. You, I don't like you. You have an upgrade. So we can get a turret. That sounds good. No, let's not get a turret. Let's go rapid fire. Yeah, even more projectiles. I like that. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see if we can try to get the boss. Oh no. Oh. Or die. Oh, here we go. Here's the boss. So, here's the boss. This is like a giant onion ring kind of thing. It shoots a lot of lasers. So, we have to try our best to avoid these lasers. And we have to find the weak spot, which is incidentally inside here. So, we have we have an upgrade. What can we get? Targeting? No. Blast radius. Non-explosive projectile weapons. Oh, okay. I think we can get blast damage. Yeah. Oh no. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh. Okay. Go to the side. Escape. No, that was not the right side at all. No. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. So we found the vulnerability. They're trying to exploit said vulnerability, but we are not. Oh. No. Okay. So we're trying our best to destroy those targeting things. Oh no. Oh, we died. But we did unlock something else. So we got elegant construction. Oh. So it increases construct hull strength and construct assembly speed. So constructs are those autonomous stuff, like there are turrets and allies and drones and stuff. So those get spawned as part of some of the mods. But anyway, yeah, see, I told you this is a score-based game. It tracks everything. It tracks your build. So if you were able to have a successful build and you want to recreate it, you can just look at that in the high scores. But anyway, since we are almost out of time with our 20 minutes Nova Drift, I what I really like about the game, the music is fun. I really like the techno feel of it. The sounds are okay. They're passable. They don't really have too much impact except the explosions. I like those explosions. The visuals are really lovely. They are really pretty, really nice to look at. The enemy design I haven't been able to explore too much, but from what I've seen, they're the basic sci-fi stuff. So it's like ships and then spider-like things and then platforms and whatnot. But it does get a bit busy when there are so many things happening at the same time. So that is something that is a bit concerning. The gameplay is really good. It is, you can create some crazy combinations with all of those mods and the different gear combinations. I haven't explored everything. My personal favorite is the usage of grenades that split into smaller grenades and then increasing the blast damage. It's really fun to watch, especially when there's so many explosions and stuff. But yeah, Nova Drift, it is currently in early access. It is being developed, and the developer is listening to everyone's feedback. He is available on Discord and everything. And yeah, I think that's it actually. Let me show you the unlock screen as well. So, yeah, every time you finish a game, and then based on the amount of experience you get, you unlock more trees for mods, or you unlock other crazy stuff. And you can view everything that you've unlocked. You can see all of the skill trees that are available to you. So you can see the magnitude upgrade we took earlier, and then the splinter. So it's all detailed here. There are a lot of numbers here. It takes a while to get used to it, but it's pretty in-depth. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. So anyway, thanks guys for dropping by. I will be playing this game more probably on my Twitch channel, so you can visit that, twitch.tv/denuncy, and hope to see you guys there. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you again next time.